Hi, Stefan Swartling here from Swartling Network. According to the French website Nowhere Else, the iPad Pro, the 12.2 or 12.9 inch iPad, has just been confirmed by a Foxconn worker. I will link to this article below in the description text so you can read more about it. It's in French, but you can use Google Translate. This French website has got some sketches from this Foxconn worker that shows how the iPad Pro will look. It doesn't have any exact measures or so, but it still says that the iPad Pro will be 6.9 to 7.5 millimeter thick. But we still don't know if it will be 12.2 inch or 12.9 inch. Personally, I think it will be 12.2 inch because this device will, in a way, replace the 11 inch MacBook Air. So the 12.2 inch size is perfect because then it will be even smaller than the 11-inch MacBook Air, but has a larger display. And in these new sketches you can clearly see that the iPad Pro will have 4 speakers, so you get stereo speakers no matter how you hold the iPad, or landscape mode or portrait mode, you will always have stereo speakers. And in these sketches you can also clearly see that it will have a rear camera. So even if it will be so big device, it will still have a rear camera, and that I think is kind of strange, because if Apple will release a 12-inch iPad, I don't think we will have a rear camera, because then the device is definitely too big to take photos or making videos with. So that's a bit strange. But the website Nowhere Else has leaked some other stuff earlier that has been correct. So this site has some respectable sources for the leaks. And personally, as I said before, I think the iPad Pro will be really interesting because I think it will be a hybrid device. It will merge the MacBook Air with the iPad somehow. I think it will have some detachable keyboard with a magic touchpad, so you can navigate your iOS apps and the iOS operating system with the touchpad instead of reaching for the display. So when you have it attached to the iPad, you will use the keyboard and touchpad instead. And when you take away the keyboard, you can use it as an iPad. And this device will run on iOS and have more professional iOS apps than we have seen before. Apple will provide the iPad Pro with some of the desktop apps that we see on the Mac for iOS, for example Pro Tools, Final Cut Pro and so on for iOS and the iPad Pro. So this device will be the beginning of seeing even more desktop-like apps. We have already seen Pixelmator, for example. We have Aurea, a great sequencer to create music with, and so on. We will see even more desktop-like iOS apps when the iPad Pro is released. So that was some of my thoughts about the rumored iPad Pro. Okay, bye!